you're play a little bit like you always do. You like to play, right? There's plenty of quarterbacks who are established like you don't play at all in the preseason. What benefit do you get from getting just a little bit of time in these games?
Yeah, I think you said it. It's just getting that first. I always say that first hit. You want to get hit where it's not too hard, but you can feel it. I mean, you go through a long off season of working through the pocket and knowing the guys are rushing, but they can't touch you, and so it's just different when you get in the game and you're able to get tackled and everything like that. And I like to have at least 1 or 2 drives under my belt to say that I'm ready to go. We're doing the right things, and Coach Reed, he allows me to do that. He allows me to get in there. And adding the new tackles, it'll be good to kind of get a feel for them as well. I mean, they've done great in training camp so far, and I'm excited for them to get that opportunity to go out in a real game.
Patrick, can you track back to your first preseason and also the one before you started first year? Were there throws that maybe made you feel that you were going to be more comfortable once the game started?
I think it was that first season that I started. That's when I felt really comfortable. I think in that first preseason, I made a lot of highlight throws, but some of the little things to kind of sustain drives I still was working on. But, I mean, I've always had confidence I was going to be able to play. But the more I learned and the more I felt comfortable within the offense is when I really knew that I was going to be able to go out there and have success on the football field.
That throw that you had to Tyreek against the Falcons is one that gets replayed a lot in the preseason. Do you think about that one? Was that a big one for you?
I think about that one. I think about the pick that I threw towards Sammy even more in that game because it was – I mean, if you look at it, it's a very similar play that when I threw to him in the Super Bowl where he got it down the sideline. So it was you learn from your mistakes. You learn how to hold your eyes on the safeties a little bit longer. But I mean, obviously it was a cool throw. I threw it really far, but you didn't play that good in that. If you remember that preseason game, and so that kind of just gave you a little bit of confidence going into the season.
What's your message to your teammates and the young guys going into their first game?
I mean, cut it loose. We throw so much at them at training camp. Coach and Nagy and all the offensive staff and Spags, they do a good job of kind of simplifying it for the game. So let's go out there and play. Let's go out there and play fast. Don't worry about making a mistake. Just go out there and fly around. Let your natural talent and your ability show. And you've learned it. You've been coached up with it. Trust yourself.
Patrick, have you seen the comments in Washington about Eric Bieniemy and obviously his coaching style? And I guess if you had the opportunity, what would you tell those players in Washington who are a little maybe shocked by EB's demeanor, coaching style?
Yeah, I think I saw EB say it. I mean, perfect. I mean, EB is going to be harsh on you. He's going to really try to get the best out of you every single day. He's not going to let you. He's going to hold you accountable whenever you don't even want to hold yourself accountable. And it made me a better player. And I think what he said that was the biggest thing is he's your number one supporter though. He will go to war with you just like any other guy on your team. And you got to know that. And you got to know when he's talking to you on the football field that he's trying to get the best out of you. He's not trying to put you down. He's trying to push you to be even better than you think you can be. And so that's something that I think that they'll understand when they go out there and they start winning football games is there's a reason to why he's coaching you the way that he's coaching you and that he loves you. I mean, he loves every guy that he coaches, and you see that with the guys that have come out and said stuff about him, the Jamal Charles, Adrian Peterson, Tyreek. I mean, they understand that he loves you and he's going to try to get the best out of you every single day.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
I didn't eat breakfast this morning. Yeah, I kind of pick and choose when I eat breakfast, and it was a little bit lighter day, so I didn't eat breakfast this morning. You know, the intermittent fasting, I've been trying to do a little bit. Alex Smith taught me about that, so I do a little bit of it.
All right, thank you. Is that because barbecue day?
All righty.
What are you looking forward to in this game on Sunday?
Just getting everything started back up. You know, it's been, it feels like it's been a short off season. It has, but it also feels like forever since we've played a game. So just excited to get everything going, seeing how everyone kind of gels together, the new guys on the team and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited.
How much difference does this feel for you than last year when you were playing your first ever?
It's a lot different. You know, last year I didn't know really what to expect. You know, it's a whirlwind. You know, being a rookie, not knowing part, and you know, going into the second year having played, you know, knowing kind of what's expected, knowing what the game's like, it eases your mind a lot.
What do you remember about that first preseason game?
It was, at first it was a little bit of a blur. I remember Chris and Frank on the sideline just telling me to just take deep breaths, calm down, you know, and just it'll be all right. Just do what you do. And, you know, I just remember just playing my heart out. I always try to do, just you know, do everything I can to help the team win, honestly.
Where do you feel like coach in this training camp maybe pushes you the most, whether it's something you remember from last season or something that's occurred in this year's camp?
You said coach?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we've gotten a lot of reps. You know, we've had a lot of guys that were first-year starters last year, and all of us have gotten a lot of reps. It's very mentally and physically taxing, this camp, as always is, and it gets you ready to play. I remember last year, you know, you feel prepared for that first game. I think we're going to feel that way this game, this first game too. So I'm really excited about that.
What's the energy like just right now? Again, 2 days before the preseason first game. What's the energy like with you and everybody else?
It's a great energy. You know, we're gelling. Everybody's gelling together. There's a great energy. There's a great camaraderie. All the guys are getting along. So it's awesome to be a part of. Like I said last year, you know, it's a unique locker room situation. You know, we got a winning culture and a winning mentality in this team, and you know, everyone accepts everyone. And that's awesome to have in a team. So.
The young guys. But Charles now going to be out for the first 6 games. You know that. How does that change the preparation for you guys as far as making sure that you get guys ready for week 1, but also you want Charles to be ready when he comes back?
Absolutely. It's always just next man up mentality. You know, that's kind of what it's always been. You know, we had guys bruised up, not playing, whatever the case might have been last year. You know, it was always next man up. You know, the next guy's got to be ready. I think that really shows how tough this training camp is. It gets everyone ready to play whenever their number is called, you know. So it's a next man up. Whenever he's ready, whenever he's back, you know, we're going to be ready for him. He's a great player, and you know, just like I said, just next man up mentality.
Any specific of the young guys that you're going to have your eye on to see what they can do in their first kind of live action?
I think for me, mostly the defensive linemen, you know, and Felix and BJ and KC and Truman, all those guys, man, they've been awesome, and just seeing what it's like, you know, you get to see them in practice every day, but just seeing them, you know, cut it loose and really get after it, it's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to watching them.
Do you feel like enough of a veteran to be the one who tells them to take a breath and calm down when they come over the sideline?
I think so. You know, I think I had great veterans last year that, you know, that taught me a lot, and I try to be a pretty fast learner and you know, absorb a lot of the things that were taught to me and try to pass it down and do it really the right way. You know, not do it from like a perspective of ego. Just try to help everyone out, and you know, I feel like I can just by telling them what my experience were. You know, just, hey man, I know what you're feeling like. I've been through it. Just take a deep breath and relax, and you got this. You know, do this every day. So I feel like I can to a certain extent. Yeah.
Last one. What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
For breakfast, same thing I have every day. A little bit of rice with some bacon and a little bit of sausage.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Cool. Thanks, guys.